Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another exciting edition of Psychic Sundays Live with your host, the Queen of Booga Booga, Psychic Sally Diane.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to our favorite hour of the week right here on Psychic Sundays Live. So glad to be here. And I actually got two emails today, and I'm going to address those first. And the first was from Cindy Cowtan, and she wants to know how her trip to Florida is going to go this November. All right. Hi, Mary Ann. Hi, Priestess, Lynette, Joanne. Okay, so Cindy and her trip to Florida. Is that right?
Hang on.
Oh, and he's switching the camera for
There we
us.
go.
Okay. Okay, so it looks like it's saying that the planning went well and this trip begins well, but there is a little bit of, I think you might have a breakdown or something because it says you're going to leave a little bit of money behind too. So make sure you're right up to date with your AAA membership or whatever your roadside assistance is, because you might have a flat tire or something like that. But that's not too bad. And speaking of people that are going to Florida, I want all of you to say hi to Marcy, who is our admin, and she's here to just keep us all on track. And we appreciate her a lot for that. Now, I did say that we had two emails, so I'm going to talk about the second email I got. And the second email I got was more about the veil than anything else. And it was from Brother Creek Chris, who's from Haunting Live podcast. And so he wanted me to know about the spirits around where he works, which that's usually his job. That's usually what he does. They do all kinds of tours of haunted places and graveyards and that. But I'm happy to look at that, see what resident spirits are there, because right now he says because the veil's thin, and this is the time of year, Halloween, where they say the veil is the thinnest. And what we mean by that is the barrier between the world of the living and the dead. That's why this is the time of year where you get most of your ghostly experiences. It's not just Halloween, although Halloween does celebrate when the veil is the thinnest, and in Mexico it's the Day of the Dead. In pagan circles, it's known as Samhain, which I know it's spelled Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain. And the idea of putting masks on, as a matter of fact, started out at first because people would put on masks to emulate their ancestors, and it just progressed from there. Anyhow, on to the question. Hi, Marcy. You're fabulous too. And so, are there other? Who is the resident haunts around where Chris works? Which ones are going to be passing with the veil, and which ones are going to stay? So, and it'd be nice if you went down there with all the equipment that you had and verified this. So what we get as far as the haunts that are around you, yeah, you've got a male entity that kind of hangs around there, but he seems to be the strong, silent type. Yeah, the strong, silent type. But you've got the star reverse, so he's not going to be easy to pull out or talk to. But there is one resident spirit that's there always, and he feels a bit authoritarian, a bit protective. So I'm sure that he protects the till too. Okay, so I know that I've gotten some questions about spirit, and I wanted to tell y'all a story about a reading that I did. I know that you guys have seen when people ask for spirit, I pull out my Rudrashka seed, which I use that pendulum, but I also hold a 3-noted desert rose. Well, the last time I was in the spa doing readings, during a reading, my desert rose fell to the floor. And two of the nodes skittered under the desk, so we couldn't find it, but there was one that stayed there. And as soon as I picked it up, it turned out to be a message for the woman that somebody that she was looking for a message from was going to see her. So she ended up with a third nodule, but this is what's left of it. Look at that. It broke into 3 pieces. So I think that would mean that its energy is used. I know that there's quite a few of our friends out there that work with crystals, and usually when a crystal shatters like that, it's used. So today we're just going to use the Rudrashka seed for spirit messages, and I'll just have to charge another desert rose. Okay, so who's first here? Oh, I know who's first, the Lovelorn.
Lovelorn.
Yes, this week in your crush.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yes, the Lovelorn. Those that are wondering, does he think about me? Does he notice me? Will I hear from him? Is he married? Let's see. Let's see what this week in your crush is all about. So we're going to pick 5.
Pick
So
5 for your crush.
all you people that want to know about your crush, pick a number 1 through 5. That one's number 1. And then we have number 2 and number 3. And that one just wants to be number 4 and number 5. Okay, so which card did you pick? Did you pick card number 1? Did you pick card number 2? Did you pick card number 3, 4, or 5? You pick card number 1. Then this week in your crush, you have the Ace of Pentacles. So that is very good. You are going to get an opportunity to solidify your crush into something a little bit more real. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then this week in your crush, you have the 8 of Pentacles. And the 8 of Pentacles says you'll have a chance to work on it and maybe establish a little bit more of a connection there. So this week, just be your charming self and make sure that if you get a chance to, make eye contact and smile with your crush. But do communicate. So did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, you have justice. So things are in balance this week. And one thing I feel is that there's this element of karma and things playing out as they will. So there is a resolution on some of the issues between you and your crush this week. Did you pick card number 4? Well, if you pick card number 4, then this week in your crush, you have the King of Pentacles. But it's the King of Pentacles reversed. And the King of Pentacles reversed is a bit of a self-absorbed, the word greedy comes out a lot, but somebody who's entirely too materialistic. And I think that this week in your crush, you're going to find that your crush just doesn't have much to give this week. So come back again next week for that. Did you pick card number 5? Well, if you pick card number 5, then this week in your crush, you have the High Priestess reversed. And right side up, the High Priestess talks about secrets and the keeper of secrets. But when it's reversed, it's secrets revealed. And sometimes it's secrets revealed in a rather malicious fashion. So have your guard up. Be careful who you trust this week, because some unpleasant secrets are coming out. And that is this week in your crush.
And our first question comes from Mary Ann, who's looking for a reading for November. What does Mary Ann need to know for November?
I mean, Movember, where all the guys grow mustaches.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And the producer shaved his beard and his mustache. He's clean shaven. It's nice. It's like being with a different man.
I still fart the same.
You sure do. See, I could add to that because I read an article, Bizarre True Facts, and one of the bizarre true facts is that everybody likes the smell of their own farts.
Likes it or
Deny
finds it
it.
hilarious.
on an elevator is probably hilarious.
Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do we like that?
Okay, everybody, give us your input.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. Sorry, everybody. We got a little off track there. We're doing Mary-Am for November. Sorry for getting off track there, Mary-Am. Let's see how Mary-Am's November is going to go. Okay, so it starts out with King of Wands, but it's King of Wands reversed. So the first part of November is you covering for someone. So you're going to have to pick up somebody's slack right off the get-go. And I know you're probably rolling your eyes going, I know exactly who that is. Guess what? You're right. And then you have the Lovers reversed. So you might have a hard time finding a common ground and balance in relationships. And I want to look beyond that because the fact that this shows up and it's a very strong card says that there is middle ground and balance to be found. It just feels like right now neither one of you is really too ready to compromise. Okay, so you have the Six of Swords reversed toward the end of the month. And Six of Swords reversed is about not moving forward, not going, it's about obstacles. It's about not being able to move forward. And this month, I think that you need to, there are going to be relationship issues that you need to work through. And I would say that it might be a good time to stand your ground because it's not going to move forward fast anyways. So be clear on what you want, and you might find more compromise in December, but November is going to be a bit difficult, stressful with relationships. Sorry.
And our next question comes from Joanne.
Hi, Joanne.
She's looking for spirit guide messages.
Yes, and you saw that I don't have my desert rose anymore. It's all broken up. So, but we still have my seed. Still have the Rudrash seed. So I'm holding up the pendulum. Come on, Lush. Okay, Joanne. One thing I get from you is there's a female presence around you, and I did talk in the beginning of the show about the veil being thinner, and I think there's a female ancestor. Maybe it's an aunt or a grandmother. It's somebody who's been trying to break through for a while, and they're going to you'll probably see them in a dream or get some sort of a sign. But this is an older female. I'm not sure. It's almost like it's mother age. It's almost too young to be a grandmother and too old to be a sibling. So it's right in between there, but I don't think it's mother. But it is a female spirit that's around you, guiding you. Very strong right now. Also, this is a time for you to be more competitive and bold at work. So you might want to give them a run for their money there. Okay, so who's next?
Hang on a second.
Oh, Sophia V. Do you see me reconciling with CC? Ooh. Sophie, you know what I think about reconciliation is once there's problems in a relationship that's so bad that it breaks apart, it's hard to put it back together. There's things like trust and honesty and commitment that get shattered when a relationship breaks up that you never really get back. So I never I never really hold out much hope for reconciliation because most of the time they don't go well. And I tell somebody this every week. But having said that, I am going to put my feelings on hold and look at Sophia and Cece. See what the cards have to say. Yeah. It starts out with the king of the king of pentacles, and we've already seen him before, and he's more concerned about material things, and so he's not somebody that you're going to get a lot of emotion and that kind of stuff. You're not going to get the warm and fuzzies off of him. And then yeah, you see there's a little bit of that. So there's a little bit of hope being held out, but I would not trust it. I really wouldn't, because he'll never give you everything he's got to give, and you deserve everything in a relationship. See, even the cards say here, this is a good time for you to start looking at the it says that it's the idea of you waiting for your ships to come in. So I think that you have already tried to put yourself out there. You've already tried to establish new relationships, because cards seem to think that you should be looking out to the ones that, the seedlings out there, the little potentials out there. Because whatever's going on here just doesn't have enough to be in your best interest to pursue. Okay. But having said that, since he showed up first, if you want to reconcile with him, you can, but you'll still have the same old problems. And I think that if he's coming to you for reconciliation, it's kind of in a usual kind of fashion. I don't know how else to put it. Okay.
Next, we have Lynette.
Hi,
What is the
Lynette.
higher version of myself like? More grounded.
Yes. Okay. So, Lynette, show me the best that she can be. And we'll just do a northeast, south, and west. The best Lynette can be. That's actually a pretty good question. What's the best that she can be? Physically, the best Lynette can be. Okay,
Yeah,
so
pull them down a bit.
Sure.
The top one.
Just top one. There you go.
Woohoo.
Okay, so first off, on the north and the grounding part, you've got the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands is about messages that are coming to you that you aren't paying attention to. So it would say pay closer attention to the messages that you receive and grab on to opportunities. With the Page of Wands, when he's reversed, he's not taking advantage of the things that are being offered to him. And then you look in the east and the messages that are being given to you, and you've got the Six of Pentacles. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's kind of like there's a lot more to be known there. Okay, so always, no matter what you're seeing right now, the wisest thing for you to do is to know it's like looking at an iceberg. You're only seeing a small portion. So the messages that you're receiving and the things that you're finding out, know that there's more to be known there. So never accept anything on its face. Be willing to do your homework and scratch a little bit below the surface. In the area of passion, the King of Pentacles is turned upright now. And upright, he's a well-grounded country gentleman. And so in your best self, passion-wise, um, talks about home and hearth because that's where you're at your best. So, when you're establishing relationships, it's always about how that person fits in the area of home and hearth. And in your direction, in your future, what I see coming ahead, you've got high priestess, but it's a high priestess reverse, and that's a cautionary card. It says that this is not a good time for you to keep secrets. And if you have secrets, if you have skeletons in your closet, this is a good time to cover yourself, because when the high priestess shows up reversed, skeletons have a way of falling out of the closet. Okay, so I hope that's helpful, Lynette. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate you so much, and we really enjoy this week that we have to, this time that we have with you guys. And you can help us out by liking the video. That helps with our analytics. Um, Remember to subscribe. If you subscribe, you can ask questions, and also turn on the notification button, because every now and then we go live and we do a surprise live on you. And if you have the notification button, you can come and join us. Okay, so who's
Indeed,
next?
indeed. Sonia, I've been seeing 333 and 111. What's my spirit guide trying to tell me?
Okay. And well, I can tell you what I know about numerology. Like 333 is it's like 33 is a master number, and when you have three of them, it's kind of like that higher vibration. And it's the highest, 333 would be the highest vibration of three. And three is a goddess number. So it talks about that female spiritual energy. So this is a good time for you to get in touch with yourself, more closely in touch with your feminine side, connect with your girlfriends, spend time doing that female bonding. And then 111, which is the highest vibration of 11. And actually, it's funny because when you look at the numbers like 333, if you reduce it down, it's 9. And even 9 is a number of near completion, solitary completion. So it is a number of success. And then you have 111, and 1 reduces down to 3. So essentially, you're seeing some very powerful goddess type numbers. And so this is a time for you to do meditation. This is a time for you to do all the cool spiritual stuff you want to do. And it's my understanding that life has given you some extra time to do that. And anybody who wants some guidance as far as things like meditation or interpreting symbols, or even getting started with tarot, I have just now made available on my website, SallyDiane.com, a number of articles on just that topic. So, Sonia, you should go to SallyDiane.com and click on the link for meditation, and there will be a whole essay that I've written on how to get started on meditation and what you can do once you get into the right stage with meditation. So thank you for asking that question.
And next we have High Priestess. Do you see going back to nursing school a good option for me?
Yes. Oh, I'm sure that you want me to.
Well, that's why they're here.
Yes, yes, yes. And now I just
Lost your
it.
spot?
Yes.
Aha.
Oh, I know, I know. Okay, so.
Oh, by the way, guys, for Halloween this year, Sally decided to dress up as the queen.
Yes, I did. Okay. Going back to nursing school, High Priestess Tarot, and I think that's a really good option for you, because you can get more, and just from a practical point of view, because you can get more assistance in a number of different ways. If you are going to school, they're going to help you out. And this is a good time for you to be studying at home, considering that you have a toddler. So I think that would make the timing perfect too. Okay, so, but we're going to see what the cards have to say. We're just going to put out 3 of them. Absolutely. 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 It does put you on the right path. And it seems to, it puts you on the right path and it puts you in the right life situation. This is, you just can't, that's one of the really good cards in the deck. Absolutely. 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 Yes, 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 yes. Oh, this one is interesting because this one is when you restrict yourself. So I knew it wasn't going to be all positive because tarot likes to look at both sides. So High Priestess, yes. Everybody and everything thinks, yes, 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 you should be doing this. But I also noticed that the word going back is there. So it does mean that you started and dropped out. And there's something about going to school that you might find tedious or whatever, because this one right here, you look at her and you feel sorry for her because she's all bound up. So you keep coming up with reasons why you shouldn't, or why you delay it, or da 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 da. Quit delaying. No delaying, no excuses. Put one foot in front of the other and do it. You know, just because you can figure out reasons why you can't or why you should delay it, it's not good. You need to go forward with this, and you need to go forward with this right now. The timing is absolutely perfect for you, and it puts you on the right path. And you follow those breadcrumbs, and it will lead you to a good place in life. Your tomorrow self will thank your today self if you get over this. Don't feel sorry for her. Her blindfold's up a little bit. She can see in front of her. Her feet aren't tied. She can put one foot in front of the other. And those swords aren't even in front of her. So she's just sitting here wallowing. Do it. Great big neon letters. Do it.
And our next question is from Christy. She wants to know about her and Scott.
Scotty.
Doesn't know?
Okay. Okay. Christy and Scotty. Some of the people out there got that. Cool people. Okay, so this is one of those cards that even if when it shows upside down, it's still a good card. But when it's upside down, it also talks about unfulfilled potential, which sounds like you're still fairly early in the relationship. Don't draw in a breath here. It talks about changes. Changes, adjustments. Let's see where the changes take you guys. Good. Good, 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 good. Okay, so how do I see you and Scotty's relationship? I think there was potential for happiness. I think right now you're just not embracing it. And I think that for some reason, one or the other of you is kind of absorbed with the past and worried about the past happening. But the winds of change are coming through, so you're going to see some changes over the next 13 months in your relationship. So after 13 months, as long as the two of you can grow and leave your past and your baggage behind you, you guys should be doing just fine. Okay, thank you for asking. And happy Halloween, Patricia. Okay, Patricia wants to look at November.
Tuesday.
It does.
Starts on Tuesday.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. You know what else is Tuesday? All Saints Day.
That's right.
Do you know what's on Wednesday?
No.
All Souls Day.
Oh, it is All Souls Day.
Yeah.
All Saints Day, All Souls Day.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Anybody that's wondering, those are Catholic celebrations.
Okay, so Patricia in November. Interesting. I'm getting a chill, Patricia. I think that you might have a problem with your heating system either in your car or your apartment. Just because I'm getting a chill. Oh, really? Good for you. 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 Um, it says that it shows up as being the Queen of Wands. And here's why I'm going, good for you, good for you, good for you. Because November is a good month for you to grab hold of the opportunities that are right in front of you. And also, November is a good month for you to express to the universe exactly what you want in a relationship. And the reason I say good for you, good for you, good for you is you are going to meet somebody that sets off all the red flags. And you'll be tempted, but you're going to meet somebody, and good for you, you're going to send him on his way. You are not going to accept somebody with red flags and baggage and the wrong kind of attitude toward women. And good for you. So the cards like that you're not going to make the same mistake again.
And our next question comes from Lucid Dreams. Do you see me being able to take my daughter on vacation in January?
Oh, sorry. I was reading what High Priestess said. Because High Priestess said, interesting mention about the veil. I heard a woman's voice in the morning today, scared the living heck out of me, and I told her not to even try it. So you sent her on her way. Now people forget that, the ghosts and the spirits that come through. Hey, we're material people in material world. We do have the right to send them away. And you just have to have the confidence that when you say get the heck out, they got to get the heck out. All right, so we are looking at lucid dreams, taking her daughter on vacation in January. Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, vacation in January for lucid dreams. Okay, so I'm going to focus in on these two cards first because that it's kind of bad news, good news. So the bad news is whatever hunk of money you were counting on to take this vacation with, some of it doesn't come through because there's kind of like this loss, but there's still something left behind. So you are going to get kind of bad news about the money and that, and I'm not sure whether it means that you're going to plan something different, but then it lands on the Wheel of Fortune. So even though you get bad news and it's a little bit of a setback, it ends up with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is about things turning in a fortunate manner. So misfortune, then good fortune. So yes, yes, you will be able to take your daughter on a vacation in January, but it won't be without its challenges to get that project rolling.
And next we have Alicia, who's wanting the reading for November.
Okay. Okay, reading for November. Okay. Alicia's November. Interesting. It starts out, be careful about politics and people who are ready to give you juicy tidbits of information. Baby, look that gift horse square in the mouth because there's misdirection here. And there's people, and so you might have people feeding you less than true rumors kind of thing. So question everything you're told. Ooh, but you got somebody who's going to be sweet to you, girl. Nice. And you've got the Nine of Swords, but it's the Nine of Swords reversed. And so there's something that's been stressing you out that's going to be resolved in November. Because I'm seeing an end of stressless, sleepless nights. So overall, November is going to be a pretty good month. Just don't trust everything you're told.
Oh, baby.
What?
Guess what?
It's time for pick 3.
It's time for pick 3.
All right.
This is a thing we do where everybody gets a chance to have a reading. Sally will pick one of 3 cards. You pick a card ahead of time. And that will be your reading for the week.
And we have card number 1.
Uno.
Card number 2.
Dos.
And card number 3.
Vier.
So, which card did you pick for this week? Did you pick card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 1, then your tarot card for this week is the Ten of Swords reversed. And the Ten of Swords is, you can tell it's not a good situation. It's about just something that just keeps hurting. Okay? But when it's reversed, those swords fall away. So this week there is going to be some relief from a long-term situation. So that's good news. You know, just basically take a breath and relax. So did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, ooh, you got the Two of Cups. Romance is on the table for you this week. You are working on a relationship. It looks like finding good ground, good common ground. And two-way happiness here. I like to see this. This is a good week for relationships and negotiations. Did you pick card number 3? Well, if you pick card number 3, then this week for you, you have the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is a card of disappointment, but it's also a card that says something's being offered for you. So look at what life is offering you. And even though it's, you're going to be offered something not what you expect and probably not exactly what you want, but it's better, it's like if you're wishing for oranges and somebody offers you an apple, take the apple. It's still sweet, it's still delicious, and it'll still fill a hole in your belly. So this week, accept what life hands you. Okay. And that is your pick 3.
All right. Well, let's see who's next. I've kind of lost my spot here.
Okay. So, I think we're at Nanny's. And Nanny says, hello, is Cancer the one I will have a romantic future with? Oh, that sounds like a new relationship. Nanny's and her Cancer. Okay. So what does Nanny's Cancer? In a good way. Nanny's Moonchild. Looks like it's somebody you've waited for a while. But got the Knight of Pentacles. That bodes well. That bodes well for somebody who's well grounded, down a little bit. That bodes for somebody who's well grounded and looking toward the future. I like to see that. So far so good. It looks like a period of waiting is coming to an end. You've got somebody who's looking forward and thinking about the future. Okay, so then you've got the Magician, but it's the Magician reversed. And so that makes me worry about the longevity of this relationship, just because even though there is pondering on a future and what comes up, it seems like that the manifestation of it just doesn't quite make it. So it's over the next year. We'll see what happens over the next year, but to be real honest, it has potential, but I think that it might end up being a little bit too much work.
Well, there you go. That was for nannies. And next we have Stardust C. Any messages from Grandma Anya about moving?
Moving to a new house. Okay.
New home, indeed.
And, Stardust C, you ask about your getting the messages from your grandma Anya every week. And, I'm happy to look for you. But if you go to my website, sallydiane.com, there is a ritual to reach, a ritual to contact a lost loved one. And I would suggest that you go there and you try doing that for yourself, because I think it's a door that you've already opened and you might as well set up the communication yourself. And I have a way to do it where it's protected and it's safe. Okay, so give that a try. But I do want to look at moving into a new home.
Sounds like that website really got updated while I was feeding people.
Well, I finally figured it's not that I had those articles up, but I didn't know how to put it on the navigation bar. So I did figure out how to do that today, which is why now all the articles are available. But I don't have it broken down yet, so that navigation bar is 2 lines big right now.
It's a work in progress.
It is a work in progress, but I wanted to make those articles available to you guys because there's a lot of useful information. Okay, so anyhow, so we're looking at Stardust C and moving into a new home. Okay, I'm worried. It's starting out with a page of pentacles, so it looks like there's been a little bit frustration about the financing here. You haven't gotten the kind of messages or the kind of communication you want to get. I hope it gets better. It does. It does. It does get better. You've got you do get the financing. I know you've gotten some bad news, but that turns around and you get some good news. But there is. It looks like there's a lot of fine print, and just a personal piece of advice. I would never sign anything without reading every last word of the fine print. Lawyers hate me for that. All right, so you've got good vibes here as far as the new home. The Knight of Swords is warning about dashing in too fast. So, again, going back to read all the fine print. Make sure you read all the fine print. Make sure you do your homework. Don't be so anxious to move into a new home that you rush it, because then you get yourself into trouble that way, and you end up biting off more than you can chew. So, yes, but do it by the book. Read every word of the fine print.
And next we have Sophie, who
Hi,
needs to
Sophie.
rewind the show and watch Pick 5 for your crush. Or how does this guy feel about me?
Yes.
That's what we do every start of the show.
You pick 1 through 5.
Yeah, Sally draws 5 cards. You pick one ahead of time, and that will answer your question. And next we have Suzanne, who wants to know about work. What a surprise.
Well, no.
A new position. There you go. You got it.
Well, life does keep sending you new positions, but I know that Suzanne's contract came to an end. But here, the first thing that comes flying out of the deck is a Hierophant. So another contract's being is going to be offered to you. I have a feeling that they're trying to get you to cool your jets a little bit. Yep. Okay, so basically, yeah, you're going to find a new contract. You are so lucky, and it still comes down to the same thing. Every time you get into a new place, you like it for a little bit, and then just like you're looking for the next thing. You're looking for the next thing, which is exactly why they put it into your contract. They wanted you to settle down a little bit and quit the flitting around, flitting around, flitting around, flitting around. So if you can control this a little bit, you can get yourself in a position where you can stay for a while. But something new is being offered to you, and it's a really good opportunity, like all the opportunities. You are so lucky, Suzanne.
Marianne wants to know what her spirit guides are telling her.
Okay, Marianne. And I'm just going to hold this for a sec. You have some very loving guides. They're really sending forth a message of, be confident and believe in yourself. So you might be acquiescing a little bit too early. You might be giving away too much. Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Any opportunities that are offered to you are offered to you because they're yours. So don't let some bully come along and go, oh, no, that wasn't for you. That was for me. If it's offered to you, it's yours. Stand your ground. They say possession is 99% of the law. If you've got possession of it, it's yours. Period, period, period. And it also says that, you've been waiting, and you have that acknowledgement that you've already, you've done your work. You've planted your seeds. And any opportunities that are offered to you are because you worked for it, and you did the groundwork for it. So do not let somebody shame you out of it, guilt you out of it, talk you out of it. What's yours is yours, period.
And next we have Gary, who wants to know about the rest of the year. That's like a general reading. Do we still do those here?
No, but rest of the year, let's see, where are we?
The end of October, so there's 2 months left.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. You see, I like to read what you say, but as soon as I hit that wheel, it just gets lost.
Join the circus. Hi,
Okay.
Sandy. Nice to see you.
Hello. Okay, so we did Joanne.
We're doing Gary.
We're doing Gary. I'm just trying to find Gary.
Gary Musgrave.
Oh, I think you're ahead.
No, we did Marianne.
What about Rainbow?
What rainbow? What rainbow?
Yeah, Rainbow. Because Gary is... Okay, where is he? I can't find Gary.
Yeah, well, how about we just do a reading for Gary? He wants to know about the rest of the year, and we'll figure this out later.
Oh, okay. So, Gary and the rest of the year. Okay, so Gary and the rest of the year. Well, the rest of the year, you need to watch your finances. This is a time for you not to spend, but to save and to stack it. So you need to sock something away for a rainy day. Saying, be very careful about how you spend your money. Be like this guy. Be a little bit more of a miser for the rest of the year. Yeah, and you will catch somebody lying to you. And one thing about lies and liars, nobody lies by accident. Lying is always a deliberate act of disrespect. So if somebody lies to you, they disrespect you. Just I'm sorry, I have no tolerance for liars. Very, very, very little tolerance. Yes, yes. Okay. So the best thing that you can do if somebody lies to you, and this is kind of going to be your challenge to get some distance between you and those who will not be nice, and those who will not be honest, and those who cannot be trusted. So the rest of the year is time for you to sort things out and sort who you want in your life and who you want to be associated with for 2023. So no snap decisions, no big promises. This is a wait and see time, because you're going to need to sort some people out of your life for this year, just to set yourself up good for next year.
All right, well, let's let Sally get caught up with the chat there. Get out the scroll wheel.
Get out the scroll wheel, because where I was.
Our next question is from Jana.
Jana.
Yes.
I must be. Oh, wait. So did I miss? Oh, sending love to you, Albert. Aw.
You're too
Congratulations,
far down.
Alicia.
You're too far down.
Am I too far down? Okay, so. Nope, I don't see him at all.
See whom?
I don't see Gary, the one that I just did the reading for. The next one that I see is Rainbow, looking for a potential love reading.
Yeah, well, that's not the question we got. Jana wants to know about any spirit guide messages.
I already did that.
No, that was Anne Marie.
Oh, okay. So
apparently you need to just close your laptop because you're so lost with it that
no, that's one. That's one. And two.
If I go for 3, the show end.
Men are always pushing buttons. Oh my goodness. So
well, I don't know what happens at 3.
Jana, I get that from a joke where this farmer marries a woman, and they're going home in the horse and buggy, and the horse stops to drink a little water, and the farmer goes, "That's one," and he gets down and pulls the horse up and gets it back going forward. The horse goes up the road a little bit and stops again to chew some grass. And the farmer goes, "That's 2." Gets the horse back on the road and going forward. And then the horse stops to lay down a little bit. And the farmer says, "That's 3." And he goes and shoots the horse. And his brother's just, "Well, why'd you do that? He was just..." He looks at her and goes, "That's 1." So that's what happens with number 3. Uh-oh, ruh-roh. Now I'm in trouble. That was it wasn't my mom's favorite jokes, but it was one of the jokes she liked to tell.
Can Jana get her reading now?
Yes, she can. Okay, so it wasn't that funny. Jana wants to know about her spirit guides. Jana's message from her spirit guides. Your spirit guides are starting by saying that you're not exactly happy where you're at, and you're kind of staying there for the money, and it might be a really, really, really good idea for you to explore your other options, because money isn't everything. And if you seek happiness first and foremost, money and love will fall into place. So the first thing you have to do is be clear on what makes you happy and what you actually want from life. Not what you think you're supposed to pursue in life, but what you actually want. Okay, so now where are we at?
Rainbow.
There, now we're at
Now
rainbow.
we're at Rainbow's love reading.
Okay, rainbow. That card flipped over, and you wanted a love reading. And the first thing it says is that you have to kind of risk yourself a little bit. You have to put yourself out there a little bit. You can't wait. You just can't sit by the sidelines and not make eye contact and not communicate and shut yourself off. So that's first and foremost. You need to get out there and take a little bit of risk emotionally if you want the emotional reward of a relationship. All right, so potential love reading. And we'll see what else the cards have to say other than get out there. Start doing the things you like to do. You're only looking for one person. See, the potential's there. Definitely the potential's there. See, I don't know why you're not embracing it.
Afraid of change.
Yeah. And afraid of rejection. It's really unnerving when you're first in relationships, because approaching somebody, smiling and saying hi, and well, if I smile and say hi to them, what if they scowl and look away? What if I try and strike up a conversation and they just ignore me and walk away? Or even worse, what if they're mean to me? What if they're rude? So yeah, I know that it is taking a risk and going out there, but this is the time for you to do it, because over the next weeks, the universe would like you to meet somebody that you could settle down with. And there is a reminder that that's not something you're going to find in a bar. Okay. So
and
there you go.
Next
Go
we have
for it.
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
What do you see for me for the rest of the year? We gotta pick up the pace, baby. It's 3 to 10 and I'm hungry.
Ooh. It's got stir fry beef. I would call it pepper steak, but it doesn't have enough peppers in it to be pepper steak. Okay, so Michelle wants to know about the rest of the year, right?
That's right.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. He's getting hungry and grumpy. Oh, so Michelle, you've got the rest of the year looks pretty good for you. A lot of things are coming into balance. It looks like relationships go pretty well, and you actually have an opportunity here. I pretty much couldn't pull better cards if I went through and chose them. So this is the rest of this year. Whatever life offers you, grab it with both hands. This is setting you up for a real good 2023.
Alicia, congratulations on the job. Dog lover is looking for a car.
You know, a lot of people are looking for a car. I guess cars are getting really expensive. I heard from a friend of mine, his daughter bought a brand new car last year, and she could literally turn around and sell that car, that year-old car, for more than she bought it. That's sad. It is hard to find a car. Let's see. But dog lover in a car. Oh. Okay, so I know that you said going for a friend of a friend is not a good idea. I'm seeing a male figure here, whether you're talking about father, brother, or uncle. It's somebody really close to you who will help you find a car. But your friends are going to be useless. But I think this is your dad that's going to help you find a car. But you got somebody who will help you find a car at the right price, even though it is going to be more expensive than you thought. But that's just the way things are.
There you go, Stardust C. Next, we have Sandy Williams, who's new here. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. She's not
Hi.
quite sure what she should ask, so let's tell Sandy what she needs to know right now.
Okay. And I want to say Stardust C. Stardust C said, I got a question. Does Sally have live shows on a different day other than Sunday? You know, sometimes we do surprise lives, which is why you should subscribe and hit that notification button. So right now, when the Great Spirit moves us to do so, we have been doing surprise lives, so we are there that way for you. And after I retire, you're going to find me on line a lot more. Okay, so
And the email address is always in the ticker, as is the phone numbers, where you can set up your own reading.
yes, and those who would like to read a reading online, just send me an email. I can read anybody anywhere in the world. Okay.
So, Sandy, what does Sandy need to know right now?
Okay. What does Sandy need to know right now? What does Sandy need to know? Sandy needs to know that hearts heal. Whatever is hurting you right now, you will heal, and let yourself move beyond that. You don't have to stay in a place of grief. That's the message behind the Three of Swords. But the fact that the swords are already through the heart is that you've already been hurt. It's just don't choose to stay in a place of sorrow too long. How long you stay in that place is up to you. Yeah, there we go. There we go. This is a good time for you to get a little bit competitive and find your own mountain to climb. The good thing about the Seven of Wands, it is about getting on top of things competitively, but you know, it's not so much the winning, but the being on top. And you know, just being the one on top. And this is something that you can do. Go ahead, be competitive. Nice, 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 nice. And even though it's hard right now for you, there's this underlying sadness that says that if you just bury yourself in work and doing things, especially active things, things that you can get on top of, it's a good way for you to put behind the sorrow, because happiness wants to happen to you sooner rather than later. I think you might be looking at a good Christmas season.
I sure hope so.
Oh, Dave's current intentions towards me. I think we're looking at the This Week in Your Crush, which is right at the beginning of the show. And we always put this up afterwards. So, Dolphin, go back and do the pick 5. Okay, so.
Ooh. All righty then.
And Glenifa. Hi,
Career
Glenifa.
reading for Glenifa. Yeah.
Okay.
We got to wrap this up, though.
High Priestess Dear Ollie, better behave. Okay, Glenifa and career for Glenifa. And yes, we are getting toward the end. And I want to say something about the pendulum seminar that we had discussed last week. First, I know. Yeah, you got good news career wise. You definitely have good news career wise, and it feels like you might have a job working for a bigger company, maybe even the government, because there's definitely a chain of command and a higher tier of the corporate pyramid just has a certain feel to it. And I see you going there, and this is something that the offer the thing that leads to the offer coming to you has already started to unwind. So it's something that it's already feelers that you've put out there that's coming back for you. Okay, so.
If anybody would like a reading in person from Sally, call the Spaniard or Tracks at 519-272-1293. That is in Stratford, Ontario, which is a beautiful city with love for you to come and visit. It's a great place to bring the girls together for a weekend or a Saturday. Just go shopping and eat. It's a beautiful town.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I don't even know how much more we got. Okay, so I wanted to say something about the pendulum reading. I am going to set up the pendulum workshop that Marcy had suggested, and we are going to set it up in April so that Marcy and some of the other snowbirds can participate. So keep an eye on the website, sallydiane.com, for news on the pendulum workshop, and that will include lunch, and I will announce the price. It won't be hundreds of dollars. It'll be affordable. Okay. So is anybody left?
Yes, Grace wants to know about November. Maria wants to know about a company she's interviewing with.
Ooh. So let's see. Grace in November. November and
That
Grace.
looks like it's it.
It's going to be a very active month. So you're going to have to make sure that it's an action month. It is an action month. This isn't a month for you to sit back and wait about things or observe. Time for you to get going, get going, get going. And it's almost like you know it. You know, it's when the high priestess is upright, that's you. And there's that reminder that you probably are more aware of what's going on than others around you. You're the more knowledgeable in situations and in what's happening. Okay, and it ends with the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords and this seems to go together quite well, because being the one in the know also means that you're the one to know who to kind of back away from. So yeah, November's an active month, and there is a bit of sorting out there, but it looks like you know exactly what you're doing there. So good for you. It's a do month. You already thought about everything. Okay.
And next we have Maria.
Hi, Maria.
What kind of energy will MK Company bring towards me? I will have an interview with them on Wednesday.
Okay, Maria and the MK Company. Make sure you give yourself extra time. So I think that it's really important that you're there early. Yeah. Make sure you're there early. Make sure you're there early. Make sure you're there early. Okay, so it doesn't look like it's going to be exactly the news that you want. So they might offer you something not what you want, just because you've got this Three of Swords there. But leave no stone unturned. Go there, see what they have to offer.
Well, that was it. That's the last question of the night. Anything you want to say?
Well,
I thought you can stop shuffling the cards now.
It's a force of habit. It really is. Okay, so anybody that's interested in the pendulum workshop coming up in April, just send me a note. I will announce the date on that, and should be lots of fun. Always lots of fun when we get together. Okay, so hi, Sunny Girl. We're just wrapping up. I'll give you one quick card, and then it'll be good night for everybody. Okay, so Sunny Girl, be careful of gossip. There's some negative gossip going around. And don't trust what anybody tells you.
Okay, well, that's it then. Have a good week, everybody. Happy Halloween, trick or treating. You know, hopefully your house doesn't get toilet papered. And beware of...
It's in short supply, so there you go.
Beware of brown paper bags on fire.
Yes.